With India Today, Business Today TV, most dynamic ministers of the Modi cabinet, industry experts who will guide the economy to grow at the India Today Business Today Budget Roundtable, Monday, the 6th of February.
Presented by Cool Fans, Smart Inside, Stylish Outside. Co-presented by Jaguar, Discover the Magic of Smart Life. Co-presented by Macho Hind, बड़े आराम से. Banking partner Bandhan Bank, आपका भला सबकी भलाई. Co-powered by CH, it helps. Runta Seal TMT Bar, एकदम solid. Max Life Insurance, you are the difference.
Hello and welcome to this India Today special. In the next few weeks, 3 states of the Northeast go to the polls: Tripura, Meghalaya and Nagaland. And all eyes are on who wins the big Northeast battle. All eyes are also on one person who is now increasingly the most influential political figure in this part of the country, the Assam Chief Minister and the convener of the Northeast Democratic Alliance, Himanta Biswa Sarma, who now joins us. Mr. Sarma, you're really clocking the miles. You spend some part of the day in Tripura, some part in Meghalaya, Nagaland, and now here in Assam as well. So you're all over the place. What is at stake in this election of the Northeast?
You see that since 2014, lot of work has been done in the Northeast. Because in Delhi there is a BJP Sarkar, and in Northeast, all the states are having either BJP or NDA government. We have synchronized the process of development, and for the first time, Northeast has been mainstream. So we do not want to lose that momentum. We want to continue with that momentum. That is why we are looking for a repeat mandate for the NDA as well as for BJP.
It's interesting you mentioned a repeat mandate, because it's one thing to win through anti-incumbency. Now you're the incumbent government. We are here in Agartala. And there is a sense that you changed your chief minister just 8 months ago, that there is an element of anti-incumbency. Tribals are angry, restive. Is it more difficult now?
You see, BJP on its own, we had 4 governments in the northeastern region. Out of that, we have already repeated Arunachal, we have repeated Manipur, and we have repeated Assam. So we have already defeated anti-incumbency in the 3 states, and the last one is Tripura. So I am sure that here also it will be a pro-incumbency, and because first time Tripura has seen unprecedented development, so we will have a pro-incumbency. And of course, I don't think that repeating government in Meghalaya and Nagaland will be a problem.
Interestingly, you mentioned for a moment Meghalaya there, because that's the one state where you haven't really made a breakthrough. Meghalaya and Mizoram, you haven't really made a major breakthrough. They're part of your NEDA, but Conrad Sangma is contesting against you in Meghalaya, in Nagaland. So I want to understand, what is this? That is where it seems almost as if in the Northeast, the BJP says, either you're with us or we will not allow your government to function.
I think Meghalaya, we are following a model where all party contests on its own, and we decide in post-election who will form the government. So exactly the same format was also in the last time. Neither in Lok Sabha, neither in Assembly we have aligned electorally with any political party. So for the first time, BJP is putting candidate in all the 60 seats in Meghalaya. Earlier we did not put, we contest 32, 35 like that. So I think we are looking for strengthening our party across the state now. And I am sure...
Even in the Christian-dominated states, you're saying that the BJP can grow even in Christian-dominated states, be it a Nagaland or be it a Meghalaya.
Look, already in the Christian-dominated seats in Arunachal, Manipur, we have won. We registered that, we continue with that winning spree.
No, Arunachal, you took over the Congress. Let's be honest. You took over the Congress.
No, there is a difference. We took over the Congress. Then in 2018, 19, we fought the election. And we won on a BJP tickets. So there was a repeat government purely on lotus symbol we won. So on lotus symbol we have already won in Manipur and Arunachal's Christian dominated area. Nagaland last time we won 12, although you know the state has almost 100% Christian population. I am sure that we will repeat that mandate again, maybe more. And in Meghalaya, last time we won 2 seats, but this time I think that our results will be much more impressive.
In Tripura, one big question is, will you tie up with what will happen post-poll? There's a sense that if Tripura throws up a hung assembly, the tribal areas will be key. Pradyut Dev Burman, formerly with the Congress, has formed his own grouping, and that grouping, in a way, the Montha is seen as the grouping that will decide who forms a government. Will you negotiate with them? Are you open to negotiating with anyone post-election?
First of all, BJP, whether we have majority or not majority, we always want to work with the tribal population. Like in Assam, we have on our majority. But we are still working with the tribal political party. In Manipur, we have majority, but still we have taken tribal political parties on our fold. And that is the whole principle of NEDA. So in Tripura, we have already contesting with our old political ally IPFT, and we have no problem in working with Tripura Motha. But here is a rider. We understand that there is a problem for the tribal community in Tripura. They are facing it. There is an issue of culture, language. There is an issue of economic underdevelopment. But the core demand of Tripura Motha of creating greater Tripura land cannot be accepted.
You will not accept separate statehood is unacceptable.
No, because for power, we cannot create a Pandora box in Northeast. Power will come later. But if you do something in Tripura, that will trigger a similar kind of demand in other northeastern states. So we have clearly told Tripura Motha that we are ready to discuss anything, but accept the demand for Tripura land. So if Motha continue with that demand, even after post-election, then I am sure that BJP will not have any kind of relationship with Motha, whether we form government or not form government.
So that is the bottom line.
That is the
no question of separate statehood or giving under Article 2 and 3 of the Constitution.
You see, Rajdeep, forming government in a state is one issue. Every political party like to have a government, but you cannot create a mess out of the hard-earned peace. We can claim a success of Modi government in Northeast because we brought peace. Today, we have said the tribal community across the board take greater autonomy, have more financial authority, work for the tribal people, but please do not ask for division of states. So we don't want to open the Pandora box, whether we are in power or we are not in power.
Because already there are conflicts that have emerged, Assam versus Meghalaya, Assam versus Mizoram. We've seen border clashes in recent years. Does that not trouble you, that Pandora's box which you talk about, that this is still a volatile region and there are still concerns that are being expressed in different parts of the Northeast?
Yeah, there are a lot of fault lines in Northeast. There were fault lines with the rest of the country. There are fault lines within the states. There are fault lines within the region. Overall, if you see that there is Assam, then there is a fault line within the Assam. And there are fault lines even within the district. So it was a fragile kind of coexistence. But then, gradually from 2014, we have almost settled boundary dispute with Meghalaya. Hopefully next 2 months we will settle it with Arunachal Pradesh. And even the disturbance or the fragility within a state has also been controlled in a manner that Tripura, we have rehabilitated Bru and Riyang, resolving that long pending dispute. So Prime Minister Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah has done a lot to make that fragility into a solid region. So now, if you going to exceed any kind of demand for separate state within this Northeast, there will be tremendous problem, and hard-earned peace, hard-earned tranquility, hard-earned development will go in pieces.
My final question, you've spoken repeatedly of Prime Minister Modi and how things have changed post 2014. You were with the Congress for a long time, and the Congress used to control large parts of the Northeast for many years. What's the difference that you really see? What is the difference between the long periods when the Congress was controlling states in the Northeast and now the BJP?
I think for a person who is not of Tripura or Northeast, the simple answer can be when you landed in Agartala airport, you can see that kind of development. Today, Agartala airport is, from infrastructure wise, it can be compared with any other state capital of the region. When you walk through the highways of the Northeast, you will see that highway is being connected up to Tawang. So when you talk about railway connectivity, it is broad gauge, now it is a double lane, it is electrically run, and you are also seeing state-of-art railway station everywhere. So Northeast has undergone tremendous development in since 2014. And that is irrespective of political affiliation. Everybody agrees to it.
So my final question is your own role in all of this. Himanta Biswa Sarma, you are described by some as the Chanakya of the Northeast. I'm not going to use those words because that can be given different interpretations, but Sam, Dam, Danda, Bhed. Manipur, when you didn't have a full majority, you managed to form a government. In Meghalaya, you did tie-ups. You virtually took over, as I said, the entire Congress in Arunachal Pradesh. You've removed the chief minister here 8 months ago. Biplab, they brought in Dr. Manik Saha. In every state, we are told your stamp is there, someone in doing some wheeling, some dealing. Is that also a role that you have to play in these unstable small state assemblies?
You see, gradually my political role in the other Northeastern state is limiting, because after I assumed as the chief minister, I really do not have much time in talking to people or talking to our friends in every Northeastern state. So a new team has been taken over. It is a party structure. Earlier, a separate team were looking after this region. I was part of it. Now, party has asked me to become chief minister of a state. So being chief minister of a state, you cannot see very, very actively in the other state. But because
now, I know for a fact, when I heard about Goa, the BJP Congress MLAs leaving, they mentioned your name. When the Shiv Sena revolt happened, where did they land up? Eventually in Assam. Somewhere there is a Assam connection. Jharkhand MLAs were allegedly being poached. There was supposedly an Assam connection. You have acquired an image of being this, not just a political strongman, but a bit of a,
I think you see, when Maharashtra people has decided that will not be with Shiv Sena, they could have gone any place. But yes, they decided to be in Assam. So that is their choice. So in somewhere in the entire country, I have my own connection with the Congress party. I have my all
तुम्हारे आदमी सारी तरफ है.
वो नहीं है, because when there cannot be question of आदमी, because when I was in Congress, I was a small political leader. So, but I know them, and somewhere they wants to see a role model. That look, if I join BJP, whether I will get that status or not. Today, I am in Assam, Brajesh Pathak in Uttar Pradesh. There are, now Amrinder Singh has become governor, but you can see the kind of respect. So the right-minded Congress people get respect within BJP. I think we symbolize that. That is why probably people before joining, they cross-check. So that is my role. But I don't actively involve with the day-to-day political happening of other state because that is not expected from me.
One final question. Are you going to ever move to Delhi or are you happy in Guwahati?
I think you know that working for Assam was a long-standing dream, is a long-standing dream. So for me, if I can make Assam that vibrant state, if I can make Assam that development state, a developed state, I think in somewhere in the history, I can put my name in 1 or 2 lines in the entire history of Assam. So in the broader landscape of Delhi, what I'll do, nobody will even recognize me.
That's not necessarily true, but 3 states, what's it going to be? 3-0, 2-1? What's your best case scenario and the worst case scenario?
I think Meghalaya and Nagaland definitely will be part of the government because there we cannot form the government. Neither we can cross 30 in Meghalaya or we have not contested that much of seat in Nagaland.
And in Meghalaya, whether it's with Conrad Sangma or a Mukul Sangma, and whoever wins will join hands with you?
I think, you see, TMC is not in our plate. That cannot be in our plate. But Meghalaya, there are many other players. It is not only that A or B. But having said that, I am sure that BJP will increase its strength, will be in the government. Nagaland, we have a stable alliance, so there will be no issue. And Tripura, going by the public mood, I am sure that we are going to repeat the mandate.
Well, I wish you very well, Himanta Biswa Sarma. I just want to tell our viewers, he was on the phone lines till about 1 a.m. He's coming from Dimapur and he just keeps flying in and out of Guwahati. So he's the flying machine of the BJP at the moment. Maybe that's what's their new name. But thank you very much, Himanta Biswa Sarma, for joining us. The Chief Minister of Assam. Thank you.
War of words ahead of erode by polls intensifies. The BJP wades into ongoing tiff in the AIADMK front, suggesting the two factions led by E. Palaniswamy and O. Pannirselvam to bury the hatchet and work together.
I conveyed some things on behalf